coast-to-coast storm to bring heavy rain. Possible nor'easter to millions this week. The storm will bring much-needed rain to parts of the Pacific Northwest and Midwest. However, more rain isn't needed in the Northeast, where the region has already seen weeks of relentless rainfall that has ruined weekend plans for millions since the beginning of the summer. The FOX Forecast Center is tracking a powerful storm system sweeping across the U.S. this week that will bring threats of heavy rain, mountain snow, severe weather, and even a possible nor'easter to millions of Americans in more than 30 states from coast to coast. The Northwest is up first at the beginning of the week, as in from the brings rain, possible thunderstorms, and mountain snow to the region. Plains and Midwest will feel the storm's effects by the week, with flooding rainfall and severe weather being threats from the storm. The Northeast will be last to feel the storm's wrath at the end of into the weekend, with a possible nor'easter developing moving up the coast to the Northwest. The first round of much-needed rain began pushing into the Northwest early Monday morning, but the bulk of the precipitation will be falling from Wednesday. Along the west coast from Washington, where 2 to 3 inches could fall. However, some areas could see rainfall 3 and 5 inches where N set up. So is also a higher elevation as the storm system moves area. Most of the higher elevations can expect to pick up a few inches of snow. West peaks in Wyoming and Colorado could pick up more than a half foot to a foot of snow through the end of the week. Storm strengthens in the plains, Midwest by midweek. The FOX Forecast Center says the main energy from the coast-to-coast storm will move into the plains and Midwest by midweek. That will support the development of a surface low-pressure system, with widespread rain and gusty winds being the storm's main impacts. However, severe weather is also possible as the storm system moves across the region. Severe thunderstorms are possible Wednesday across portions of southeastern Nebraska, northeastern Kansas, southwestern Iowa, and northwestern Missouri. Currently, the risk is at a level 1 out of 5 on NOAA's Storm Prediction Center's SPC thunderstorm risk scale. Flash flooding is also possible on Wednesday when the heavier rain sets. The risk of flooding exists from the Omaha, Nebraska, area through southern Iowa, northern Missouri, and northwestern Illinois. The severe weather risk will grow on Thursday, with areas of southeastern Nebraska and northeastern Kansas under a level 2 out of 5 on the SPC's thunderstorm risk scale. The flash flood risk will be higher on Thursday, with the greatest chance along the South Dakota-Nebraska border, northwestern Iowa, and extreme southwestern Minnesota. The flash flood risk pushes off to the east by Friday, with the highest risk being seen around Lake Michigan and Wisconsin, northern Illinois, including Chicago, and western Michigan. When all is said and done, a majority of the area could see 3 to 5 inches of rain through Saturday morning. This includes cities such as Des Moines in Iowa, Milwaukee, and Chicago. Possible nor'easter could impact the Northeast this weekend. This weekend is expected to be another rainy washout for millions in the Northeast and New England. The FOX Forecast Center says the coast-to-coast storm system will reach the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes region, and the Northeast by Saturday. Once again, the FOX Forecast Center expects another wet weekend for the region, with more heavy rain falling on an already saturated area. There is also the possibility that the storm system transfers its energy to an offshore low, potentially as a nor'easter, which may bring additional heavy rain and gusty winds to portions of the mid-Atlantic, Northeast, and New England. Temperatures at this time of year are generally too warm to support snow, which is why the FOX Forecast Center will be tracking the possibility of flooding in the area. Several inches of rain could fall in the Northeast and New England by the time the system moves out of the region, with the highest totals between 2 and 3 inches falling along the Interstate 95 corridor from around the Philadelphia area through New York City and into Providence in Rhode Island and Boston. Locally, higher amounts of 3 to 5 inches are also possible in some areas.